guys, so I'm going to be making the ultimate holiday chestnut cake for you guys today. It was kind of inspired a little bit from the Italian chestnut cakes and then a little bit of more of like the Viennese chestnut cakes, and I have to say it's one of my most favorite cakes that I've ever made. It's not too sweet, full of chestnut flavor, super moist, and it's vegan and gluten-free. So I can't wait to show you guys the recipe, so let's head over to the kitchen and then let's get started.
Alrighty guys, so I have about 10 ounces of roasted pre-peeled chestnuts. It's going to be about 2 cups. You're going to just want to cook it with a little bit of almond milk, 2/3 of a cup, over medium heat, bring it to a boil, and then simmer it for about 10 to 15 minutes until it gets all nice and soft and the chestnuts have had time to absorb some of that milk. Then you want to let it cool, drain it a little bit, and then puree it until it gets nice and smooth. Now we're going to be 8 tablespoons of pre-reduced Aquafaba, and I'll put a link below as to how I did that. I'm putting in about half of the brown sugar right now, which is a little bit less than a half a cup, and I'm just beating it until it gets nice and stiff like this. And I'm going to put the Aquafaba aside like this. I chose to do the Aquafaba first because I was a little bit lazy and I just want to whip everything and not have to wash a bowl. But you do want to be working fairly quickly as it does deflate a little bit. So this is the chestnuts. I pureed it with a little bit of the almond milk, but I didn't put in all of the almond milk, so it's still nice and dry. So that's nice and smooth. I put in 4 tablespoons of coconut milk. You're just mixing it until everything is combined. So put in the rest of your sugar. And then this is 1/3 of a cup of earth balanced butter. So you just want to put that in. It'll provide some nice kind of buttery richness to the cake as well. And then again, like 15-30 seconds just until everything is blended in. Meanwhile, when we're doing that, this is going to be the almond flour and then mixed in with about 2 teaspoons of baking powder to create that lift. This is going to be a gluten-free recipe anyways, so that's why we're using the almond flour. A tablespoon of vanilla went in, and then you just put the almond mixture right in and then just blend until everything is combined. So like about 15 seconds. You don't really need to over whip it or mix it or anything. Just like egg whites now, we're folding in about 1/3 of the Aquafaba mixture just to make sure that this batter is a little bit lighter than it was before. It can still be streaky, you don't have to over mix it too much. And the same thing here is like it's a fine balance. You want to make sure that everything is blended but not overly done because the Aquafaba does deflate and you don't really want that to happen. So 2 dashes of cardamom that I put in at the end, and it really made a big difference. So this is a greased and parchmented 8-inch pan. You're just going to put all of everything in and bake it at 375 degrees for 40 to 45 minutes. Now, because this is chestnut, it's going to be kind of like sweet potato. You're not going to get like a super clean toothpick. So just test it out after 35-40 minutes and kind of taste the batter a little bit. And when it's kind of crumbly, it can still be a little bit wet. It's basically all set. You can tell that the top is nice and like a kind of like a darkish golden brown and everything is cooked. So it really should be fine. This should rest until it is completely cooled. Otherwise, it will, break apart on you. And after it is cooled, though, you want to take an offset spatula and just run it around the edges, like so. You're going to invert it a couple of times. Make sure to stick a parchment in so that it doesn't stick. And then it comes off quite easily, and then you want to just transfer it into your pan. I kind of had a little accident, so it cracked just a little bit, but the the cake is amazing nonetheless. So I just wanted to show you guys how the inside looks because it's just super moist. And this cake is amazing because it's kind of crumbly on the outside from the ground almonds, but on the inside it is super moist from the chestnuts, and it's not overly sweet. It tastes so much like chestnuts, and the little bit of cardamom that we put in the end really elevated everything. So I'm just ending everything off with a dollop of some coconut milk. Anyways, guys, I hope you'll make this cake for the holidays or anytime that you're watching this. It is one of my favorite cakes that I have ever made, so it's so good. As usual, if you want to see more recipes like this, remember to hit like and subscribe, and I will see you guys again next time. Bye!